Hello. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's the evening, but it's the first time I've felt confident enough because I got my makeup on to do my video blog about that I've done my first stand-up gig, my first of here. Cheers to the cheers to the first of many stand-up gigs, panel shows, DVDs, whatever. Oh, she seems a bit cocky, don't she? It's I just feel like finally I found the thing I was born to do. I knew I was born to do it anyway. I just always did other stuff instead. Like instead of doing comedy, I did spoken word or poetry that I could read out, or I did acting, or I did burlesque, or I did fucking webcamming or whatever it was. I did something else because I was just too nervous because I don't know if you know this, but it's quite freaking nerve-wracking doing comedy. Also, I realised that it's August the 13th, 2018 was last year. No, it wasn't right. August the 13th, 2017 was last year, and that was the day that I quit alcohol because I had been drinking so much that I'd given myself liver damage, and I was in a really bad way mentally, physically. I was shaking. I mean, you may have probably seen the video if you follow Bariatric Blogger, which is the other channel where all my weight loss videos and mental health stuff is, just in case you're thinking, what's she on about? So yeah, last year I gave up alcohol. I gave up for almost a year, but I wanted to see if I could be like a mindful drinker, because I thought I didn't really feel like I was sort of an alcoholic. I felt like I drank a bit too much Prosecco and too often and over my limits, but not as bad as, anyway, that's another story. But basically, and by anxiety, I was sort of self-medicating. And really what I did in January was I sort of really focused on what I wanted to achieve this year. And one of the big things was to do something that I've always wanted to do and was too scared to do. And I'm too scared to go in a lift still or get a driving license or whatever. But I signed up for Jill Edwards' comedy course, which took place in May. And although there were bits of it I didn't like and bits of it I don't agree with or whatever, but she does give some really good advice, and it gave me the confidence to get up and do that little 2-minute set at the end. And I thought, and I was so scared, and I'd forgotten to take my beta blockers for my anxiety. I hadn't had a drink because it was in the middle of the daytime and I wasn't drinking anyway. And I did it, and I wrote some really good material, and after that I was like, right, let's go watch some open mics and get on that open spot scene. And then I was going to do an open spot, and then I honestly did have really, really bad diarrhea, and I had a stomach bug, and I felt like, oh my god, this is it now. This is it. I'm never going to get a chance again. I've blown it. Everyone's going to think I've just let them down at the last minute, because this was at the Velindra, which we've been to, and it's a brilliant, fantastic crowd, loads of good new up-and-coming comedians there. Anyway, then I had already planned a spot at Smoke and Mirrors. Now it's quite handy because it's August and all the good comedians are up at the Edinburgh Fringe, so it gives sort of like me a chance to sneak in when I might not normally be able to. Although they are quite good at letting new up and coming comics come on the scene in certain venues. But I just want to explain to you how shitting myself I was before that gig, because I think when you do watch it, I'm not gonna lie, I look like pretty confident up there, and I actually pulled it off fairly well. But I just want you to know that even in the days and weeks building up to it, my anxiety was really, really bad. I rehearsed, but I was so scared I was going to forget something. On the day, I was sick, I was crying, I was having a panic attack. Even in the youth hostel before, I was having a bit of a panic attack in the toilets, and literally, people talk about stage fright, but when you have like anxiety disorder anyway, or bipolar, or autism, or whatever I frickin' got, it takes it to a totally other level, like paralyzing fear basically, and thinking that oh my god. But then I thought, I just thought, shut up, Heather. I know it sounds like a very technical thing to do, but and I had one beta blocker just to calm my nerves. I wasn't drinking either, drank water. And I stepped through the curtain onto the stage, and I looked at the audience, and something came over me, like a wave of calm or something, or I just felt like I was at home. I was meant to be there. Something clicked, and I was like, I just did it. And I even took the time to take some pauses and to react to the audience. And I even did a bit of improv, like a bit of banter with the audience. Perfect timing when the guy stood up to walk out when I was just talking about the bit. I haven't been doing this long. He thinks I'm shit. Bye. Kind of like, I was me at my very, very best, in my best place, doing what I'm meant to do. And it felt amazing. And when I came off stage, I just felt like, oh my god, I was so happy, so relieved. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna have nerves again now, because like I've done it, I've overcome this big hurdle. I didn't think it in an American accent. Don't know why I said it like that. But actually then started kicking in again, because I like, wow, that went so well. I'm never going to do it that well again. Oh my god, what if that was a fluke? Next time I'm just going to forget it. So this is like the journey, if anyone's interested, about being a woman in comedy, somebody who possibly has mental health problems or autism or whatever, doing stand-up. But I tell you what though, I'm going to do it again, and I'm just going to keep doing it. And I think that it might get a little bit easier. I don't know, but I'm hoping it will. I watched a Spotlight video called Dealing with Nerves, and it had some like really seasoned like actresses going, I still have horrific nerves before my performances. I was like, oh my god, they've been doing it for 30 years and they still shit in their pants. Anyway, so from the point of view of pathological demand avoidance, it was a weird one, because I put that demand on myself, but it was horrific, because it was like, I have to get on the stage, I have to do my material, I have to say it word for word how I've written it, and I have to make them laugh. Like, how many more demands can you put on yourself? However, it worked. Somehow it was a release and a kind of therapy or whatever. Yeah, to me it was harder, like not going to appointments or something that I've made, or going out the next day. Like today was market day in Shepton Mallet, and everyone knows me because I write a column for the paper, as you know. And I hate that. I couldn't even leave the house, and then I was absolutely exhausted because I hadn't slept, and Anyway, it's worth it. I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm so sorry to my family and my friends if this seems really selfish, but I feel like I'm meant to be doing it, and I hope you check out the video to see if you think. Please do give me feedback, because I just feel like it went as well as it could have gone. Considering the state I was in beforehand, it went as well as it could have gone. It was good. I could have slowed down in places. I trampled on some jokes. I rambled a little bit, but it was good, and I think it was good. But how could I improve it? What could I change? I don't know. Let me know, because this is going to be an ongoing thing now. I've put on about 1.5 stone in the last month. It's August. I've just been like eating. Been all right with alcohol so far, but yeah. So I'm proud, and I'm documenting this journey. This is an insight into the minds of a woman who's 41, who should have done stand-up when she was in her 20s but didn't, and is now trying to do it when she's got 2 kids and a husband, and she lives in Shepton Mallet, and she doesn't drive, and she has to get a bus to Bristol, and she's hoping to enter some comedy competitions. And who knows, if I do make it, one day you could look back and go, oh, did you see that video where she's sat in her bedroom with a fan behind her, sort of in a weird place that she should have moved, really, and talked about her mental health? This is that video. So thanks for watching, and do comment. I don't mind.